Let us continue our comparison between a variable life insurance policy and a traditional insurance policy with the investment and return risk in mind. Now, in a traditional life insurance policy, the cash values have a smoothing effect. Why is this possible? As you can see on this table, the growth of this table here, this axis represents the cash value and this axis represents the policy years. Just like what we said earlier, usually on a traditional life insurance policy, the cash values start to accumulate on the third year. And since they are guaranteed, and they are guaranteed to increase every year, the increase is very predictable. It is smooth. Whereas in a variable life insurance policy, on this axis there is the account value and the policy year. Here, there is no such thing as smoothing effect. Why is that? Because just like what we said earlier, yes, that's true. Prices of units in a variable life insurance policy can vary from day to day. So that is why you have this sort of an erratic chart growth. So, in other words, kung ganito po yan, mas kalmado, okay? In Filipino, mas kalmado ang growth, mas predictable ang growth ng cash value ng isang traditional life insurance policy compared to the growth of the account value of a variable life policy wherein there is no smoothing effect or it is erratic. Because again, it is dependent upon, yes, the valuation which can vary from day to day. Questions? None. So let's continue. And another thing, when it comes to risk, company, on the part of traditional life, company decides, it's a company who decides where these investments will go into. And since we are dealing with other people's money, we would rather be on the conservative side. We'd rather have less risk but less return. Whereas, on a variable life insurance policy, the policy owner has full control. Yes, the policy holder has full control as to which funds his investments will go into. So therefore, yes. And at the same time, in a variable life insurance policy, the policyholder is regularly provided with the account statement. So he knows how his funds grow on a weekly, on a monthly, or even on a yearly basis. Whereas, for traditional life insurance, the policyholders are not informed of the fund performance. It is suffice to know it is enough for them to know that their account values or their cash values continue to grow at a regular basis. Let us further compare traditional and variable life insurance policies using what we call premium. Okay, this criteria called premium. Now, in traditional, just like what we said earlier, the charges are not disclosed. So all we know is that I pay this premium for this particular face amount. Whereas, for a variable life insurance policy, charges, as we mentioned, are fully disclosed. They are explicit. So the policy fee, the mortality charge, the asset management charge, it's all there in the policy contract. Yes. Now, another comparison is, okay, let's further compare them using premium holiday as our basis. How do we define premium holiday? Now, by the way, premium holiday is only applicable for variable life insurance. This is not applicable for traditional. Because what is a premium holiday? It refers to the stoppage of premium payments on a variable life insurance policy for a particular period with a view to continue it later on. So, in a traditional life insurance policy, what happens if you fail to pay the premium on the due date? It automatically falls into a period of grace, usually 30-31 days. And if it is a variable, yes, the option for premium holiday is there as long as there is account value. As long as the account value is sufficient to pay for the premiums. In other words, one basic difference is this. Since we are talking about here, if it happens, okay, what happens if the premiums remains unpaid after 31 days in a traditional life insurance policy? and it still remains unpaid, what happens? It automatically goes into what we call automatic premium loan, wherein we deduct enough, okay, the premiums from the cash value. Now, what if there isn't sufficient cash value to pay for the premium? What happens? The policy lapses. Since this is automatic premium loan, again, the key word here is loan. There is indebtedness on the part of the policy owner to the policy. Whereas, variable life, since we are using the units, his account value, to pay for the premiums, there is no obligation. So there is no indebtedness on the part of the client. Thus, no interest. Yes. So for example, if I want to reinstate a traditional policy, I will have to pay all the back premiums, right? Yes, that's correct. I will have to pay for all the back premiums. Whereas, if it's going to be for variable, if I decide to do that, if I decide not to pay for 5 years and decide to pay after 5 years, what happens? Do I need to pay for that 5-year premium period, to pay for the premium during that 5-year period? No, I don't have to. Yes, because I am not indebted.